I don't understand. What is your purpose here?
The question is, where are they? By they, I mean aliens. We know that we live in a big old galaxy, in a big old universe. The Milky Way galaxy, we now know, has something like 400 billion suns. And we now know that most of those suns have planetary systems around them. And so there's a lot of real estate, and there's been plenty of time for civilizations to develop. Enrico Fermi is one of the great physicists, legendary Italian physicist, who laid many of the foundations of modern 20th century physics. The Fermi paradox, at its heart, is the statement that notwithstanding the fact that there have been billions of years on billions of worlds for civilizations to arise, we see no evidence of any of them in the galaxy at all. So the paradox is why?
The Fermi paradox is a question that the world's greatest physicists have tried to answer, and this paradox is made even more evident by the Drake equation, an equation that estimates, based on data and parameters, how many intelligent civilizations currently exist within our own galaxy. To estimate how many potentially detectable civilizations could exist, we can examine the probabilities and factors at each stage of life's evolution. Starting with stars, about 75% of the approximately 200 billion stars in the Milky Way are thought to host planets, which gives us around 150 billion star systems with planetary bodies. Among these systems, it's estimated that roughly 20% of Sun-like stars have at least one planet in the habitable zone, where conditions may allow for liquid water. This suggests there could be about 30 billion potentially habitable planets in our galaxy alone. However, not all of these planets would necessarily harbor life. Assuming that life arises on only about 1 in every 100 habitable planets, which is optimistic given the complexity of biogenesis, we would expect around 300 million planets with some form of life. From there, the transition to complex multicellular life is another big leap. If we estimate that this leap happens on only 1 in every 100 planets where life exists, we arrive at about 3 million planets with complex life forms. Importantly, even if these organisms do not develop intelligence, they may still produce biosignatures, distinctive chemical traces like oxygen or methane that we can detect from afar. These biosignatures would indicate biological activity and the presence of multicellular life, allowing us to identify living processes even on planets without intelligent life forms. Of these planets with complex life, the emergence of intelligence comparable to human-level cognition could occur in only about 1 out of every 1,000, which brings us down to roughly 3,000 planets where intelligent life has developed. However, not all intelligent life forms might advance to a stage of technological development that allows them to communicate across space. Assuming only 1 in 10 of these intelligent civilizations develops advanced technology, that gives us around 300 technologically capable civilizations that could, in theory, be detectable within the galaxy. Yet the survival and duration of such civilizations also plays a role. If each technological civilization has an average lifespan of 10,000 years before it either goes extinct or ceases interstellar communication, then only a small fraction would exist concurrently with us. This reduces our estimate to about 10 civilizations that might be detectable at the present moment. It's likely that some civilizations are significantly more advanced than ours, primarily because they are far older, potentially having had millions or even billions of years to develop technologies beyond our comprehension. Such ancient civilizations might possess capabilities for interstellar travel, colonization, and other advanced activities, leaving behind detectable technosignatures, traces of their technological and industrial activity that are far more prominent and widespread than anything humans currently produce. So, returning to the initial question, given that it is highly probable, based on equations and estimates, that there are around 10 civilizations leaving technosignatures in space as well as millions of planets that should have biosignatures, why don't we see them? One possible resolution of the Fermi paradox presented by Brian Cox is the Great Filter. It presupposes that in the development of life, from the earliest stages of abiogenesis to reaching the highest levels of development on the Kardashev scale, there exists some particular barrier to development that makes detectable extraterrestrial life exceedingly rare. The Great Filter could manifest at various stages of evolutionary development, suggesting that certain crucial steps in the emergence of intelligent life are either highly improbable or subject to catastrophic failure. For instance, this barrier to the evolution of intelligent life might result from self-destruction, wherein advanced civilizations tend to annihilate themselves through nuclear warfare, environmental collapse, or other forms of technological or societal breakdown before they can expand beyond their home planets. The psychological and socio-political factors that contribute to such self-destructive behavior could be a significant aspect of this filter. Meanwhile, the evolution of sophisticated telescopes and detection methods designed to identify techno-signatures, indicators of advanced technological civilizations, could provide valuable insights into the nature and implications of the Great Filter. If we discover that planets with techno-signatures are abundant in our galaxy, this would suggest that intelligent life has the potential to arise frequently, thereby increasing our confidence that the Great Filter is situated in the past. In this scenario, it might imply that while life may be common, the leap to advanced communicative civilization is rare, potentially due to the challenges faced by earlier life forms. On the other hand, if we find that life is indeed commonplace in the universe, yet techno-signatures remain absent, this would significantly raise the likelihood that the Great Filter lies ahead of us in the future. This could indicate that intelligent life often emerges, but fails to survive long enough to achieve detectable technological advancement.
I don't think it's technology. As far as I can see, I don't see anything in the laws of nature in principle that would stop us from becoming an interstellar species. It could be that our knowledge, our scientific prowess exceeds our wisdom, exceeds our political skill. It could be that once a civilization develops the means to destroy itself in the form, for example, of nuclear weapons or biological weapons, or maybe some kind of a lack of control of AI, who knows? If you look back through our recent history, there have been several occasions that we know about where we came very close to destroying ourselves, or at least setting us back to the Stone Age. For example, where there could have been nuclear launches and weren't. I'm sure there are many others that we don't know about. There's the challenge of climate change. We're completely incapable of coming together at the moment as a global civilization to address that challenge. That could set our civilization back. So it might just be almost a law of nature.
This perspective by Brian Cox raises troubling questions about the future of humanity. Do you think we are truly destined to self-destruct, or is there a chance that we will overcome all obstacles and become a multi-planetary species? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.